If they are dumb enough not to figure it out, I just let them get scammed.
Oh, gosh.
Welcome to Two Girls from T-Ville, a small town podcast. And now, your hosts, Stephanie and Amanda.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Two Girls from T-Ville, a small town podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie.
And I'm Amanda.
And welcome back once again.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Yes. So let's give a few updates and do a little bit of small talk here before we jump into this one. So do you have any life updates? Anything you've been doing since last week?
Yes, but I can't say much yet, but it's some big life changes, bittersweet.
Okay.
Pretty excited about what's going to come out of it, and no men are in the picture, so
okay.
Just had to throw that out there because a lot of people
throw that out there.
You know, kind of piggybacking on our rumor episode, a lot of people like to speculate, and it's just no.
Yeah, they're like, who Amanda got?
No,
well, the only big update I have is I got back from the beach, and I've got a quick story about a putrid smell that has been coming from my car.
Do tell.
So okay, it is July, early July right now at the time of this podcast recording. And okay, I have to do the backstory back to Father's Day last month. Yeah. So for Father's Day, I thought for Brian from Otto and for my own dad, I would get ice cream bowls that said like Dad's ice cream bowl or something like that, because they both like ice cream. And instead of spoons, they got little shovels with it. And I thought,
That's cute.
It is cute. They're like these tiny little shovels, like instead of spoons. And I'm like, that is great. So, yeah, so Otto got that to give to Brian. And then I got one for my own dad also. And they've been used and they're great. Like it's a winter gift. So I got them that. Well, I bought ice cream to go with it. And I bought them, I don't know, like a few days before. No. Yeah, it was the day before Father's Day. Bought them that Saturday. And I bought a carton of Reese's ice cream. I got my dad some Carb Smart Breyers ice cream.
Yes,
because that's what he likes. It's good. I want some carbs.
Yes.
And I got them both a small pint of Halo Top Reese's ice cream, which Halo Top is supposed to be super low calorie, like it's 200 calories for the whole pint. And it's really good, but it's pretty pricey. Well, I got them both one of those. Well, on Saturdays, I'm in Statesville usually. And I asked my mom if before I left her house picking up my kid, if I could put the ice cream in their freezer and I could leave Daddy's there to give to him the next day. Just keep it hidden in their own freezer out in the shop. And I would just take Brian's home and hide it in our freezer as soon as I got there. Well, somehow in my mind, I lost one of the pints of ice cream.
Oh.
And I don't know what happened to it. I thought I left it in the freezer at Mama's house, and I just left it at that. Yeah, as you can guess, that did not happen. Well, get this. Fast forward to now, the first week of July. Weeks has gone by.
And the heat we've had. It has just...
We have had the Sahara Desert going on, guys. It's bad. Like, it is famine level bad. It's bad around here.
Praise the Lord for rain today.
Yeah, we did. We got a little bit of rain. I think we almost got a 1/4 inch, and we were like, praise the Lord. It rained up at our area, I think maybe between 5 and 8 minutes. It wasn't even 10 minutes, but I was like, oh, thank the Lord. It was great. But aside from that, yeah, it's been dry. There's been a dry spell. And like, basically I attended a memorial service today for our yard because it is completely dead.
Yes.
Like it is totally dead. It's gone. It's brown. It's life support's not going to help it. It gone. It coated. So it's just been that dry, and the heat has been so intense. And it's like, how do you not smell that going putrid immediately in your car? So I didn't smell it until 2 days ago. It's July 9th when we're recording this.
Bruh.
Yeah, so I just then started smelling it 2 days ago. I'm like, there's something reeks in our car like someone died.
No.
It is like dead carcass. It's bad. And I looked everywhere, and I looked underneath the passenger side front seat, and there was a Walmart bag. And I was like, oh no. And thankfully, okay, so my theory is, so Halo Top ice cream, it has like a plastic seal to keep the lid on. Mm-hmm. Like to make sure there's no food tampering or whatever. You know, them weirdos started going around licking the ice cream in Walmart a few years ago. I mean, you know, you never know. So I guess it had gotten so hot in the decomp of like the milk and the ice cream. I think the gases just made the lid kind of pop. I mean, just is it's bad. It's bad. Y'all, I worked on a funeral home. Stuff doesn't gross me out, but man, I'm telling you, the smell was awful. Like, I'm just thinking about it is making me gag. And I'm like, and we rode to the beach with it. It baked, honeys. It baked in our car. We never smelled it until after we got back from the beach.
Well, let's just give them a shout out for a good seal on there.
Shout out to Halo Top. Shout out to Halo Top, because I'm telling you, that's the best seal ever. That it was like, when was Father's Day? Like mid-June? Yeah. So like, it's been at least 3 solid weeks.
Oh, science experiment.
If not more, yeah. I had no idea. And I thought I looked under my seats, but apparently there was so much. Well, we think I would, but you know, when you have kids, there's so much crap sometimes on the floor of your car, you don't know. And you know how it is when you, and when you get home from the beach, the first thing you're wanting to do, you're like, Lord, I need to clean out that car because of all the sand and junk. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did, and that's when I found it. And I was just like, something stinks. I have got to clean this car. And when I found it, I picked up the bag. Thankfully, it didn't when it popped, like basically, and it started leaking out. It leaked out in the Walmart bag.
Good.
So praise the Lord. Shout out to Walmart bags.
They usually have holes in them. It's a miracle that one didn't have a hole in it.
The Lord was looking out for me.
Yes.
The Lord was looking out for me.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? It was so bad. I mean, it was so much worse than sour milk, because this is supposed to be like, I know, like hot sour milk, man. Like, it was so much worse because it was peanut butter ice cream too, man.
Oh no.
And I was like, well, I know where it got to now. But yeah, I literally tied up the trash bag or the Walmart bag and just threw it in the yard. And Brian's like, what are you doing? And I said, I can't. I can't. You've got to take that somewhere. Get it off of our property. So yeah, it was bad. So yeah, he had to dispose of it. But that's the biggest life change I've had lately, because that was desperate. That was desperate. So you got any more summer plans or anything that you're thinking about doing before you head on back to work for the school year?
We have our church summer camp next week. I'm going to go as a chaperone this year.
Ooh.
And then in August, we are actually going on a mission trip to Jamaica, to Kingston. And we're excited. And we get to do a 3-day VBS with the kids there. And our pastor had asked the guy we're going with Core Missions. Mm-hmm. And he had asked the guy, how many kids can we expect? And he's like, if you go out on the streets and you invite them, they're coming. He said, they'll be overflowing out the door. I'm like, I will boo-hoo if I see kids overflowing out the door, wanting to come into church for Bible school.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I wish we had that here. I mean, we have phenomenal Bible schools here in Alexander County. Like, there's always like record numbers at every single church. And
that is a really big positive of our county.
Yes.
If you want the Bible school capital of America, is Alexander County. It's here.
And let me tell you, each church, it's never a competition, but everybody goes all out. And it always looks incredible at every single church. I love the pictures all summer of the Bible schools.
I love looking at them.
I'm amazing.
I'm like, people get really creative with the decor and everything. I'm like, man, people go all out. Yeah. Like there's not many churches that are just like, okay, here's a poster and we're having Bible school. Yeah. Like, no, I'm talking like many churches are going all out.
Oh, and it's not like Bible school in the 90s for us where you got a cookie and an off-brand Oreo and some Kool-Aid. No, you get whole meals, honey. You get salad bars. You get I mean, the works. You get treated. Like,
I call our food team, I call them the lunch ladies, the supper ladies, because they got the aprons. They got it. We have whole teams that just go in for it. And I like what you said about it's not a competition in our county. Everybody, I know kids that all summer long, they are literally going to a different Bible school every week, and they want to.
Yeah.
So that works out great. But
even if it only reaches one, with all the money spent, all the time, all the effort, it is worth it,
Yes.
Just one.
Yes. And so my church, Mount Nebo, we always have ours the first week that both Alexander and Iredell counties are out of school. The first week that those both are out of school at the same time, because we in the past have tended to lose a lot of enrollment, and our church is in Hidnite. So it's centrally sort of half of our church comes from Iredell County and the other half from Alexander. So we want to try to get both sets, and that's worked out for us in the past. And it's also pretty good for us because we feel like since we know that every year, like that is our schedule every year, it does not change, that our teams can expect that. They plan vacations around it. They do all that, and they know what is expected and what's going to happen that week. And then after that, boom. Then after that, we have 2 weeks of camp meeting. We move our Wednesday night services over there. And then after that, we are whooped. Like we're dead. Like can't be resuscitated dead. We are ready to go to the beach, go out of the country, do something, get away from everybody.
But how is it already after July the 4th and there's already back to school stuff in Walmart? I'm not ready. I love my job. I love it, but I'm not ready.
No.
I have had the busiest summer of my life, which this is actually my third summer I've actually got to take off with my boys.
Right.
In the past I've had to work, but not this year.
Yeah, we've almost got all our supply lists ready to send the fax over to Walmart, and
we can't talk about that. We can't talk about it.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
It's too soon. No,
that's sinful. That's a sin. That's the eighth deadly sin. Yeah, but I was thinking today, I was like, I do not.
The little people will be back in the building before long, so it'll soon be open house time.
Oh gosh, no. No. I mean, I know the parents are at home going, please take them, please. But I'm just like, but I ain't ready.
No.
See, I say now, my job, I'm a 12-month employee. And a lot of people are just like, that must stink. No, honeys. I love it.
It's so quiet, especially in July.
Love it. Yeah, my job skills really shine over the summer. It's a lot of unseen work, but that is when I'm doing my most critical work is actually over the summer. There's a lot of background set up that people don't even understand. And it's not even classroom related stuff. I'm doing data related stuff, scheduling, record keeping, all kinds of stuff. It's wild. Amanda knows,
Oh, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. So, but yeah, I like working 12 months. I like working through the summer because we're just kind of chill. It's only me and 4 other people. That's it.
It's nice.
So, I mean, it's just nice, and we're all just kind of stay and we do our little independent jobs. We go out to lunch together and, whatever. It's pretty chill. But yeah, I'm not ready for the kids to come back. I'm like, you kidding? No.
Yeah, I was 12 months in public school, but I'm 10 months now. And it has been so nice to have the summers off with my boys and just spend the whole year saving up to do fun things for the summer.
Right.
And it makes it worth it, you know.
Do you feel like when you come back in, is it like panic mode, or are you at enough of a point now through the years where you kind of know your plan of attack when you come in?
So the past couple of years, I've worked at least like 1 day a week.
Gotcha.
But because
that
we're
way
growing,
you're just not drowning.
Yeah. But because we're growing and we have people that are working during the summer now, I'm not having to go in as much. I was going to go this week, but I've had some appointments and things that I couldn't miss.
Had a lot going on.
And so, I kind of like, I can just pick a day. Oh, I think I'm going to come in this day and work because I need to work on some scheduling. I need to work on curriculum because I handle that. I don't know if our curriculum has all come in. Every student gets a textbook in every subject, like ones they can even write in. Cool. And so I get to handle ordering all that and sorting it. So I'm waiting on some more to come in so I can go label it and get it ready for teachers.
You waiting on the Amazon truck to pull up. That Amazon truck to pull up to the school and be like, here's your books.
Speaking of Amazon, I got to give them a shout out. Their customer service, they always take care of me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, not just all the packages, but I'm just saying,
like that. They take care of me.
They do.
They take care of me like they buy you a steak dinner.
Well, I mean, listen. So
hey, Amazon's great. I've never had really much trouble from Amazon directly. Like if I've had an issue, I've had them resolved, so they're pretty good.
Yeah, like I had a package delivery company, I'm not going to name names, that delivered my package today to somewhere in Winston-Salem. And I think
I know. Does it rhyme with
we're not going there.
There's only 2 other delivery carriers that we know of, so you just read between them lines, everybody. You think what you want to think. Yeah, you just think what you want to think. You already know. Chances are you already know.
Well, it's one that Amazon doesn't use a whole lot.
Right.
But anyway, I contacted them. You know, they got their little AI robot, but I'm like, no, give me customer service. Give me a representative.
Give me a human.
And I told him what happened. He said, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me look into that. And he's like, yep, we're going to refund you right now. How would you like that? I'm like, my original payment method, please. He's like, okay. So it's like, I guess they see my shopping history and they're like, no, girl, you good. You a good and faithful customer. You be paying our salaries. We going to take care of you, girl.
We going to take you, girl. Yes.
That is my steak dinner.
Yes. So your steak dinner. So
I'm paying for their steak dinners.
Yeah, you're paying for their steak dinner. So our UPS guy, because we don't have an Amazon truck, as far as I know, come out here, but UPS usually is the one delivering all of ours out here. Up in my way, up in Egypt. If you're familiar with Union Grove, if you guys are familiar with Union Grove, the area around Lenny's Mill, you know, it is the wilderness.
Yep.
Like we probably still have an undiscovered Native American tribe living in our woods. Like hunting rabbits and stuff up here. Pure Pocahontas stuff going on up here probably. And it's just the middle of nowhere. Well, we actually have a UPS truck that comes and our driver is great. He knows. So when he goes up our driveway, so we live on a long dirt road. If any of you have seen my car, you already know.
Same, girl.
You already know. Yeah,
Same.
You know the feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. I think our dirt road, is 3 miles.
Golly. Okay, never mind.
Mine's
not that bad.
It's extreme. People are like, well, Stephanie, why is your car always dirty? I'm like, dirt road problems. I had people write on my car all the time. I'll come out of Walmart and it will say, Jesus loves you on the back of my car.
Be like, I know.
I'm like, thanks. And then Brian's like, who wrote on the back of your car? And I'm like, somebody at Walmart, they were just spreading the love of Jesus, but they're going to scratch your paint. I'm like, honey, we live on dirt road, honey. There's a lot worse problems than scratch paint.
Them rocks going to be scratching your paint.
Our car, I just need to call my car St. Stephen because it gets stoned all the time. I did not.
You did not.
I did not. I just did. It's getting stoned all the time.
Oh,
It sounded like he was like high on drugs or something. I didn't come out right the way that I meant that. Sorry. But my car's high and it's stoned, literally too. But yeah, I'm just like, man, but no, this UPS driver. So we live up a steep driveway on top of this long dirt road. And then we got a dirt driveway. Well, you know anything about dirt roads, the washboards and those things can get extreme. Imagine this UPS truck trying to go up a literal 45-degree angle hill with washboard ruts in it. That's like, I don't know, a foot or two deep in each little rut. I don't see how the guy has not blasted off into space. Because if he's home, like my in-laws, they're next door. So like if they're keeping our kid and they can hear him like going, trying to get up some speed to go up it. And sometimes they say he gives up. He's like, I'm going to wreck. And he will just let it like just go backward down the hill and he'll just deliver it to their house. He knows.
A for effort.
A for effort. But sometimes he makes it. It's like it's a personal challenge. Sometimes I see him on camera. I'm like, dude, you rock. I've told him before. I'm like, dude, you made it. Godspeed. We're not playing taps today. You made it. So yeah, like it's a journey. It's a journey. But yeah, for whatever reason, the other carriers who will not be named, they cannot, if it's a package other than the Postal Service. So that eliminates a couple right there. UPS and Postal Service, anything else, they cannot find us. Like we don't exist. And it will be like a package like marked, delivered in Maryland. I'm like, what? Yeah, but Amazon, I know, but Amazon is usually pretty good. I'm like, hey, I didn't get that. Send us a picture. I'm like, here's a picture of the air. I didn't receive it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're usually pretty good. They're like, oh, okay, okay, you're good. And yeah, they treat your girls right. Amazon does.
Yes. The unnamed carrier that lost my package or delivered it to the wrong place today, it said that they left it at the dock and it was signed by Darnell. But I'm like, I'm not a Darnell. But that also, they actually found my house, which is not hard to find. They found my house.
A couple of Darnells. I'm going to ask. I'm going to be like, did you sign for a package?
They left a package. And when Jacob picked it up, it's a TV stand that was on clearance from Walmart. It had footprints on the other side of it from their big old boot. Like, why are you walking all over my package? Lord, they don't care. They drop kicked it. Yes,
like Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
They just roundhouse kicked it through the.
That would explain a lot.
They were just kicking it back and forth like they're fighting a tornado or something.
I've not opened it yet.
Oh my.
But you know what? I should have taken a picture of the footprints because I left it in the back of my truck and it got rained on today. So the footprints probably got washed off. So I haven't opened it yet.
Oh no. Oh bless.
But it's metal. It's supposed to be metal.
It's supposed to be. You about to find out.
I hope that the little shelves are not plastic on it because they probably got cracked.
They gone. They gone. Moment of silence.
And these were some big old boots. So it wasn't no little... I'm short and I need to step on this so I can reach my packages.
These are like military style boots.
This is like, I meant to do this. Take that.
It was evident. It was a deliberate
use of force. Deliberate. But anyway, I forgive them.
It's all right. Bless.
I put them to work. I keep them in business.
There you go. You keep them in business. That's right. You're their top person. You mean you probably their top people. They're like, yes, these girls are the elite of our customers. I'm like,
we're the reason you're out in this heat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're the reason y'all dying of thirst out there. I've thought about leaving mine a cold Coke in a fridge or something.
Yeah.
If you can make it up the hill, it's a challenge.
If you make it up the hill, there's a prize waiting for you, a cold Coke.
There's a prize.
There's a prize. You win.
You win. Lord. Well, I do have one other little update. Okay. So I found out that my platy that I mentioned in episode 1, the fish that I thought got knocked up. So she's not pregnant. She's just fat.
Oh, that's relatable.
So relatable. So relatable. I know, and literally, you know, and even the last episode where I was talking about there was rumor I was pregnant for like 8 years. I was just fat.
Look at you spreading rumors about your platy being pregnant. She's just pudgy.
But I really pudgy, fish pudgy. But I sent. So there's, like I said, I got a fish guy at church that I'm friends with, and he's helping me along this little aquatic journey, you know. And I texted him a picture. It's like, is she just fat? Her belly has changed. And he said, you would definitely know by now her belly would be more like of an oblong sort of shape. He said, no, she's just a little fluffy. And I said, well, at first it was like that, but it's because I was overfeeding her. So now she's a little trim little fish now. Now she's normal.
I'm going to call you Ariel, taking care of all the little fish.
Wish I could be part of that world. My laryngitis still ain't gone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I need to name that one Ariel. That's what I'm going to name it.
There you go.
You know, ask for feedback about names. I'm going to name it Ariel, but that's a good segue into our public feedback.
I want to throw this out there real quick.
Yes.
So this is pretty exciting. We have upgraded our software. The last podcast, like the audio drove me crazy because it gave us issues and it sounded like we were talking over each other. So I'm hoping now that we've upgraded, we're paying for
now.
The good stuff.
We're paying. It's costing us more money than we originally anticipated. So what y'all are worth it. Y'all are worth it. Y'all are worth it. But y'all can pad our pocket a little bit if you go to our merch store.
But
get you a Vashti shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, get you a Vashti, get you a loaf shirt. They're over there.
Anyway.
Check out our links.
Anyway, our segue. Yes.
Yeah, our segue into our public feedback. We have gotten some responses, guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. The ones that are like, you know what? Do they actually read them? Yes, we do, honeys. We do.
We love it.
Yeah, we got some topic suggestions that we are going to address at some point. Here's what we got right now. And these are anonymous. Like I said, I have no idea who submitted these. We both have no idea. One topic suggestion was dating in a small town. That's a good one. That could be rough.
And sad. Sorry.
And sad at the same time. That might be a downer episode. I know. Dating in a small town. My recommendation for that is one word. Church.
Oh, sorry.
Don't. I like don't better. Yeah, church. I mean, unless you're waiting for Prince Charming to break into your house. I don't know how people, you know, you gotta meet people. Walmart and church.
Walmart. Ew. Sorry.
Depends. There might be some cutie working in the produce department. Oh, that wasn't the best. That wasn't the best analogy.
Listen, I used to work at Walmart, and I've got some crazy stories.
Maybe that wasn't the best analogy. The produce department. We gonna keep moving on.
Yes.
Here's one, a good topic suggestion. This one's been very recent, just since this was on the 4th of July. Need to hear some family drama or dealing with crazies. Sounds like somebody's got an issue. How do you deal with crazies? We might address that one.
Maybe somebody's trying to come up with a new fan theory on you.
Probably. Honeys, there's so many people listening to this podcast out there. They know so much dirt on me. They know all my skeletons in my closet.
They already know.
They already know, and they're listening, rolling their eyes, going, please, girl. And here's what I have to say to y'all, saying, she ain't even a Christian. She don't even know what she's doing. Here's what I got to say. Get closer. You need to hear it. Open your ears. You ready? Get over it. That's what I got to say. We all got skeletons in our closet, people.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. But
exactly.
I don't know if that topic suggestion was about my crazies, but apparently there's crazy people in the family. Ooh, that's a hard one to, well, I have to talk about that one. And the last topic suggestion we got, this one's controversial. How long someone should date before getting engaged or married?
That's a good one.
What do we think about that? And old people of Facebook scam posts, fake websites. I have a feeling I know who submitted this one.
Okay.
I'm tired of telling people what they post is a scam, so I just decided to stop and let them get scammed. If they are dumb enough if they are dumb enough not to figure it out, I just let them get scammed.
Oh gosh.
I tend to agree with that. I tend to totally agree with that. Okay, here's some questions that you and I got. Okay, so we have made note of all those topic suggestions I just read, by the way. So those are the ones that have been submitted so far that we're going to keep in our queue of our list of topics to discuss at some point. So questions for us. Here's one, Amanda.
Okay.
Have you ever considered leaving your small town life? And if so, where would it be and why? What do you think? I've never really considered leaving it. Because of one big reason, money. I ain't got no money. If money were no object, I think I honestly would still live where I live. I might have an additional house elsewhere to flip back and forth between, but I could never get rid of the place I live now. I really like it. And I like Alexander County. I do. A lot of people are always like, we need to get out of this town. I'm like, then leave.
Exactly.
Then leave, honeys. I mean, no one's stopping you. Unless money is the factor. I mean, it probably is for everybody right now. Housing, everything's just crazy right now. So I get it. So you might be stuck here. Well, while you're stuck here, you can listen to us.
Yes.
You can listen to us. We'll brighten your day. If I had to have like another home somewhere else, though, if I expand on that question a little bit, people are going to think I'm crazy, and I have my own reasons for this, but I would go, if it had to be somewhere in the country of the United States, I would probably go to Yellowstone, somewhere around that area. And if it were somewhere, anywhere in the world, I would probably honestly live in Jerusalem.
Oh, yes.
I'm somebody, I like culture shock. I like being plucked out of where I'm at and just going, poop. Like, I love that. I don't have an issue with that. I crave that. So that's something, and you're going to know what that's like, Amanda, and it's something you're going to crave ever since. Like, it's so eye-opening. And a lot of people are like, in a negative way, like it's eye-opening. Like, you kind of realize like how good you have it in the U.S. That's not what I'm talking about. Not in that way. It's eye-opening in a positive sense that you gain this understanding of it's not just your bubble anymore.
Yeah.
It's a great experience. So like, I love that. That's my answer to that question. But as far as you, have you ever considered leaving the small town life? And if so, where would it be and why?
I like the small town life. I am not a city girl. Like, I love to see the city, but I could not drive in the city, especially.
Right.
I was in Atlanta last week, and that traffic, no.
Oh, girl, I'd have a panic attack.
My sister-in-law, she lives in a development that's out in the country, but it's more like the suburbs.
Right.
But she is like literally 5 minutes from town, and it's like a big town, big city. And so it's convenient, but at the same time, it's so much traffic. And I like being out in the country. I like being off the road, away from a lot of people. I mean, I'm a people lover, but I get drained quickly from a ton of people and big crowds. And
I get that.
So yeah, but I like Alexander County. I'm originally from Wilkes, but I do like Alexander County. Everybody knows everybody.
Right. Where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I had to move,
like if someone held a gun to your head and said you were forced to make a choice, where would it be and why?
It would be between somewhere out west, like Wyoming, Montana. Right. Stephen has family out in Montana. So I've heard Montana's beautiful. Or up in Alberta, Canada, near Banff National Park, Lake Alberta.
Ooh.
It's gorgeous. I've seen pictures, but I've never been. I guess that's my out of the country one. I have this guilty pleasure of going on Google Maps and doing Street View in different countries all the time. I love
doing that.
I love
doing that. I love doing that. Oh, by the way, that brought up a memory. So if for some reason there's a lot of videos on YouTube of drive-bys of Taylorsville, North Carolina. Like people's dash cams just driving through Taylorsville.
Oh, yeah.
Like for like an hour. And I'm like, what?
Well, maybe that's what we need to do to get more views. Just drive through Taylorsville. Lord. Well, and you made a good point though about the city, because I'm not really a city girl, but now Jerusalem is packed. They are like sardines in there, and there's a lot of cultural tension because they have different quarters. Like there's Jewish quarters, there's Christian quarter, there's a Muslim quarter, there's some other quarter. There's a lot going on there, a lot of tension, especially in how each group recognizes the Sabbath. For Jews, it's Saturday, so there's closed. For Christians, it's Sunday. There's a lot of businesses and a lot of things you have to navigate around that. But I think I could do it if the place was historically significant to me. Like, I don't think you could not put me in New York City. I would not make it. You could put me in Atlanta and I wouldn't make it. If you put me in Jerusalem, I would take that overcrowding any day just to live and be enriched by the history around me. I think that's kind of nerdy to say, I guess, but I think that would make it doable for me. Yeah.
But otherwise, like I said, that would only be if somebody forced me to make a choice. But yeah, I ain't going anywhere. I like where I'm at. Well, some other questions we got. Someone said, can people listen from out of state? Yes, honeys. You don't have to be from where we are. You don't have to be from planet Earth. I mean, listen to our last episode. I don't care if you were alien on Mars. If you can somehow hear this, then good for you, honeys. You have discovered what it's like in small town America on Earth. Yep. You can listen from anywhere. You don't have to be from a small town. You don't have to be from here. You don't have to be from North Carolina.
Yeah. If you got internet access, you can listen.
Yep. Some dude in India named Nepal or something is probably listening to this right now. I don't care.
An alien on Pluto is going to get the radio waves in about 2 million years and be like, who these two girls from T-Ville?
Who these two girls from T-Ville? And then he'll recognize how many light years away we are. And he'll be like, well, they did 2 million years ago. They done dead. They're on to be with the Lord. Okay, wait a minute. This is interesting. Okay, I hadn't seen this one till now. This one blindsided me. Yep, brand new. Okay. What's the most redneck thing you have ever done?
Girl, we live in Alexander County. Everything we do is redneck.
She never read it that way. That's what they said. That is what the person that submitted this question said. It rolled out of my mouth before I even thought about it. What's the most country thing you have ever done or witnessed if you haven't done anything that qualifies? Let's keep it. What's the most country? What's the most Taylorsville? What's the most Alexander County thing you've ever done? I got one, but I don't think I can say it.
Okay, you can tell me this one later.
Yeah, I've got something. Yeah, I don't think I can say it. It's harmless. It's innocent. It doesn't involve anything illegal or anything like that. So I'm gonna pass on this. Okay. But yeah, it's super countrified. I know people are gonna go, "What was it?" And I'm sorry, I can't. I want to so bad, but I'm not sure. I'll tell Amanda later. But Amanda, you go. What do you think?
This wasn't something I did, but my husband, and if you knew Stephen Carson, you knew that he was always coming up with something. And so we used to have a Jeep. It was a 87 YJ, and it was a straight drive. It was orange, and we loved it. And we took it to Carolina Beach. Well, we also wanted to pull our camper, and he had, I can't remember, he always drove a Dodge truck. And he asked around, he researched, he asked multiple state troopers if he could pull a Jeep behind a camper. And
I mean, depends on
nobody
what you're using the haul. It depends on the length of the camper.
Well, nobody could. Well, this was a pull behind camper. Leave it to my husband. His truck, followed by a camper, a little tag along, followed by a Jeep. We did pretty good till we got on the interstate. It was a literal train. Wait till we get on the interstate and we start fishtailing, and we panicked, and it was so redneck looking. And long story short, our friend that was with us, he was actually pulling his Jeep on a trailer. So he drove his Jeep down and let us haul our Jeep on the trailer because I was not very good at driving straight drive at the time. So it's not like I could drive it down. So, but shout out to our friend. He knows who he is if he's listening. Who let us haul our Jeep on his trailer. But that's like one of the most redneck things that Steven ever did with me. With me. He had done plenty of other redneck things, but I'll have to think on anything that I've done that's really redneck because I do a lot of redneck things on a daily basis.
Right. Lord.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I fit right in with Alexander County. So
right. We're just country folk around here. No, I get it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna text. Okay, I've got to text Amanda what I did and just get her reaction.
Okay.
Don't read it out loud.
Okay.
Okay, hang on, almost done.
Oh boy. I can't wait.
Here it comes.
Okay.
It's sent.
All right, here it is. You did.
Just I can't tell you how it happened. On the fly thing, it just happened, man.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, looking back, I'm like, ooh, that does sound kind of bad. Okay,
you progressive? That's something a progressive would do, Stephanie.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but then a car started coming up the road, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And we like hightailed it back, and I was mortified, like I was screaming, and he was like, "Shut up!" Yeah, it was just, I don't know. Wish I could tell y'all, but I can't. It's done.
Oh, it's good.
Wasn't sinful. It was just stupid.
An Adam and Eve moment.
That could go either direction. You won't take it in their mind because they're like, "What?" Oh man, that's good. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, leave it to your holy imaginations. Lord. Well, I know it's hard to move past that one. I know.
Oh gosh,
I know. Oh Lord. Well,
here's some drink now.
I know. Oh, okay. Here's some general feedback we have gotten from people. Someone said, haven't listened yet, but looking forward to it. This is when we were kind of teasing everybody about it, and it hadn't actually dropped. Another person said they were excited. This person said, love the back and forth and the local drama. And this is pretty good. Yeah. Love it. I find myself talking with you guys during it.
Oh, I love it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We love participation.
Yes, we like participation, and we like, so let's say you're just one of those people that are generally loners. You don't have a wide circle of people you communicate with. You might be a hermit. You might just sit at home.
Hermit the hermit.
Hermit the hermit. Yeah, you might just have your beard down to your ankles and you're just sitting there scratching your butt. And you're just like, man, I wish I had some friends. Well, here we are, baby.
Here we are.
We're your friends.
Yes.
Okay. Here is someone asking for advice. We had one of these submissions. It says they wanted keys to living the most peaceful, carefree life possible.
Well, I don't know about carefree, but Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah,
seriously,
we're gonna go ahead and give you advice. Our advice, I think we both agree on that, is Jesus. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean he's gonna automatically remove everything that's crazy from your life. If anything, it's probably gonna get more crazy. But you have him to rely on to walk with you through that craziness. Yes. I don't know, honestly, I don't really know how people do it otherwise. I don't know how people do life without that. And a lot of people are just like, well, what if this whole God stuff ain't real and it's just a Band-Aid to help us sorry human beings get through life? I would rather live my life believing in that and having peace in my life till the day I die than I would to wonder about it and not.
But I can tell you, he has done way too much in my life
for
that
me
proves
to,
he's real.
right.
That just,
Oh, yeah. So I'm 35. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but I'm not considered old yet. But I'm at the point where I've noticed that the older I start to get, every passing year, the less I care about certain things.
yes.
It's almost like I don't know. It's almost like I don't have enough room in the bank of my mind to keep dwelling on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And other people may not be like that, but some people are. I know people, they're anxious and they don't have peace in their life. They're always worried about things till the day they die. And then other people, as they get older, I think that's why a lot of older people lose their filter, because they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think I'm just kind of like that. And as my faith, back to faith talk, as my faith has grown over the years, I've started to finally start to accept and learn that the relationship I have with God on certain matters is really all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's still not easy. I mean, I'm not somebody that's just like, I don't care if I got fired. Jesus loves me. Well, I care if I get fired. Are you kidding? That's a big deal. I have Jesus to help me walk through that, should that happen to me in my life. But I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I know I can trust in him to get me through that situation. However it may come about, Another piece of advice I've got is, if people drive you crazy, stay away from them.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. And another thing is, it depends. There's some people that you can't stay away from. My mother-in-law is great. I love my mother-in-law to death. But a lot of people have issues with their mother-in-laws. If your mother-in-law is driving you crazy, the best thing you can do is to walk in peace with that woman, for goodness sakes.
Yes.
Why would you try to intentionally keep butting heads with her? If she's butting heads with you, for Lord's sake, get peace in your life and in your own house and get through it, man. You know what I'm saying? And then there are other people you can love from a distance, and I've got people in my life, even family, that I have to love from a distance. And then when we come together, everything's good. But I've got family members, extremely close family members, I cannot have on social media.
Yeah.
Because we have a drama for some reason. It's like we're constantly misunderstanding each other's motives, and our posts are constantly getting over-examined by each other. And it's just like, we have to, I'll say it, I don't care, and he don't care to tell anybody either. Me and my brother, we love each other. We're siblings, but we know we cannot be on each other's social media. When we decided to not be on each other's social media, our lives drastically improved. Some people you just have to set like little healthy boundaries with. And I won't say it was more him or more me. We both were an issue with each other. So we just eliminated that factor, and it's been fine. There's some people you just have to do that with, and that's fine. Doesn't mean you're an awful person because you had to do it, but there's some things you need to take steps to do to ensure peace for both parties. And that's just what you do. That's my advice. Do you have anything else you want to throw in there about keys to living the most peaceful life possible?
I have learned a lot of the times it's best just to say nothing at all. We so badly want to get in the flesh and want to defend ourselves, but sometimes it's like you said, you're just going to keep it going. Just bite your tongue and just go on, because sometimes saying nothing is the best thing.
Right.
And they may think, oh, well, she's weak because she's not standing up for herself. No, it takes more strength to stay quiet than it does to bite back.
There's a lot of times I wish I could go back and make myself shut up. There really is. There's power in silence. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but man, a lot of times your silence speaks a lot louder than what you could possibly say in anger.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
And 2, take like 5 minutes for yourself every day. Like if you got to step outside, just
if you got a coworker, that just makes you want to feel like jumping off a building every time they open their mouth. If you do, anybody, I don't care where you work or who you work with, if you've got a coworker that's just driving you so crazy and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to scream. Go outside for 5 minutes, take a breather, go back in and be like, okay, I might not kill them now. And just go, it happens. It happens. Everybody gets irritated with each other. Oh, another thing. Someone gave me, okay. I don't know. Before I get into this, you know how I get on these little tangents. Do you have any other advice you want to give?
Get in the Word.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a big one.
That's a big one.
And that's something that admittedly I hadn't done near as much as I should have in my life. And that's something I'm doing a lot more now. And it is very peace giving.
It is so easy to get frustrated and everything with life and everything that's going on and with other people. But if you focus on God's promises, that's going to help so much because you're focusing on Him rather than yourself and your problem.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, my other little pieces of advice to live the most peaceful and carefree life possible. Someone told me, I don't know if it was their original quote or what, but I've never forgotten it. Someone told me one time, I don't even remember the circumstances surrounding this conversation, but someone told me sometimes, let me think how they worded it. Sometimes the solution to the problem is to stop participating in the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's helped me a lot. And there was another one I had, but I can't think of it off the bat right now. But I will say this, one of the other best pieces of advice someone gave me, and I do remember what surrounded this circumstance, was just fart. I'm going to tell you the quick story about this. So I had a previous employer, I'm not going to say which one, at a job years ago. It's been over 10 years ago, way over 10 years ago. We were in a big meeting room, me and my coworkers, and we were having a pretty important meeting. And she wasn't my supervisor, but she thought she was. We all know people like that. This woman in the meeting decided she was going to call me out about something. I was new at this job, and I was kind of a little bit naive, and I didn't understand the ramifications of something. And instead of her talking to me privately about it, it wasn't anything serious. It was only serious maybe to me. It didn't affect the safety of other people or anything like that. But she mentioned me by name in this meeting in front of all my peers and my immediate supervisors, the bigwigs, and all these people. And to the dang governor on the phone, Pat McCrory, dead serious, mentions me by name, and she, I don't know, just like casually, like, oh, Miss Eads has been doing this, and we're telling her, not to do that, whatever. And she's kind of throwing it under the bus to Pat McCrory, man,
dude,
to Pat McCrory, and I'm just like, okay. Well, one of my supervisors, and this dude, he was great. Loved working with him. He came up to me at my desk after the meeting. And he said, man, that was bad. He said, sorry that she threw you under the bus like that. I was like, I know. He's like, you know what you should have done? And I said, what? And he said, you should have just farted.
I mean,
he was dead serious. And I said, what? And he said, think about it. When she said that on that conference call, to all those like bigwig state people and the governor and all that junk, you should have just pushed out the biggest fart possible. And I said, how would that help anything? He said, everybody would laugh. No one would take it seriously. And you know what was crazy? I'm just like, he's right.
Have you ever taken his advice? That's what we all want to know. Well, Stephanie, how do you know if it's any good?
Well, to be fair, I have not been in a conference call with the governor of North Carolina on the phone since then. But
yeah,
oh yeah, there's been private moments in the car. If I get cussed out by a customer or something on a job, I just go in the back room and fart. And then I laugh and I go back doing my job because I'm like, you know what? That's what I think of you. That's the best fart noise I could do. But yeah, like he said that and it made me laugh. And and now when I picture the situation, even though at the time it was bad, like my eyes were welling up with tears. Like it was super embarrassing. And, but yeah, at the time, but now I think about it and laugh because I'm just like, I wish I would have just farted. Yeah. So if something goes wrong in your life right now, it could be something like, it could be something awful. Like your kid comes home from school this fall and he got like a F in English, man. And you're like, oh man, my kid can't read. What am I going to do? That's not funny, but the way I said it was, that was dumb. Yeah, you're like, oh man, my kid can't read. That's not good. Just look in the mirror and just say, just fart. It'll get better. Guaranteed you'll probably laugh it off. Even if you have something deathly serious happen, just fart. Just try it.
Your husband walks in. I'm seeing someone else.
Can you imagine? Hey man, I gotta tell you something. I just gotta keep it real. I don't love you anymore.
What was that?
Like just fart, get your purse and leave.
Hashtag unbothered.
Hashtag unbothered. Hashtag free. No, that's terrible. But hey, the Bible says if somebody's committed fornication or adultery, I mean, you can do that. Just saying. So you know what? You just crop dust him on the way out the door. That's what you do. Grab your purse, your keys. I don't care if his name is on the car too. You take your keys and your kids and you walk out there and say, have fun with the heifer and fart.
Oh,
guarantee
man.
That will make you feel better.
It will catch him off guard too. He won't know what to do.
Definitely. I know. Like, what do you even do to that? If you're being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, just fart right there in the mic.
If your husband's going to leave you, he's going to do one of two things after you fart. He's either going to say, I made the right choice, or he's going to be so impressed with your bravery
and
your unbotheredness that he's going to fall in love with you over again.
He's going to say, man, I like a defiant woman.
She don't care what nobody thinks.
This is our best episode to date.
She is her own person. She's my hero.
Yep. What's that song on TikTok? I am woman. I am strong. I fart in your face.
You got to sing it like Elmo, though.
Oh, y'all. We're going to get to that.
Hashtag weird talents.
Hashtag weird talents, yes. So I have one more thing from public feedback, and it is confessions. Someone typed in something.
Oh, for real? I missed it. Ooh,
I know, and here's what it says. I can't pronounce it, but I'm going to spell it. VVGV, closed bracket V.
Oh, they butt dialed us.
They butt dialed us, or I think they were nervous. Maybe
they farted.
Maybe that's code. They farted.
They got nervous and farted. Their kid was playing with their phone.
They farted, and the sheer power of the blast made the
vibrations.
Stimulated the keys. The ripple effect. Yeah, that they must have, or they either that, or they really confessed something, and they just put the first letter of each sentence.
Oh, okay, let me pull this up. Okay, I'm gonna come. Hang on, I'm gonna come up with something. All right, where's it at? Where's it at? I gotta find it. Responses. Okay,
so I know what you're gonna do. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're gonna do. It's like an acronym maker thing.
Very, very good. Very, very. I don't know.
That must have been a very good fart.
It's been.
Oh my
y'all, this is just a taste of how we talk to each other every day. If our listeners heard our voice texts back and forth, like sometimes we type to each other, but if we can, we like to voice chat. We send little voice clips on Facebook Messenger, and we laugh so hard.
That is great. That's great, man.
Like what was it I was doing yesterday that I sent you that kind of threw you off guard?
I don't remember, man, but I was like, what? I forgot, but it got me. I got. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's on the tip of your tongue.
Hang on. It's something about we gonna tell her mom and daddy.
Yes, it was about the drinking thing with ABC store. I'm gonna tell her mom and daddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her mom and daddy she's over at the ABC store. She's drinking. Like you gave like the full blown like smoker voice. It was great. Yeah, that caught me. You've sent me like 3 voice memos in a row going for it. Oh my gosh.
And Jacob's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, who do you think?
Who do you think? I know. He's like, oh. So, I'm going to give, okay. So now we're going to transition over to local shout outs. Who do you want to give? We've gave a few little local shout outs already, but got any more specifically?
Oh, yeah. My mowing guy, Josh Gerald of Gerald's Mowing Service, like, he's the man. Great job, great prices, great communication. He's reliable. Just my yards, even though they're brown, they still look beautiful afterwards.
It's not his fault they died.
So
it's a beautiful dead lawn.
No, seriously though, I love supporting local businesses like that. They're locally owned.
He cuts the grass good for a reasonable price.
Exactly. And
what's his name again?
Josh Gerald. And you can find him on Facebook, Gerald's Lawn Care. And he is here in Taylorsville. And he will, I think, I don't know if he's still looking to pick up any more yards. Like, it's really not needed mowing because we ain't had no rain. But when it does, he's great. And yeah, I have a yard that's got a pretty steep spot. And it was to the point, it was making me way too nervous for Jacob to mow it.
Oh, yeah.
Or anybody else. And he's got the equipment to do it and the experience. And so I said, you think you can do this? He come out and tried it out. He's like, yeah. So.
Heck yeah.
He can hook you up.
Go for it. Well, my shout out, I couldn't think of one in particular right now except this one. Shout out to Taylorsville McDonald's. Because I don't know what you have done, if you've gotten a new manager or what's going on, but your staff is way nicer than they used to be. I'm telling everybody in this town knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Before it was just like, and I'm talking before like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be, it's like such a whole totally different atmosphere. It was almost like Ronald was fixing to cuss you out through that speaker.
Now you get the Chick-fil-A experience at McDonald's.
Totally. You get the Chick-fil-A experience now at Taylorsville McDonald's. You totally do. So shout out to whatever you guys have done. If you have replaced staff, if you got a new manager, if you got customer service training, if Ronald McDonald come down from heaven and bestowed his blessing upon you, I don't know what's happened, but you guys are much more pleasant to deal with. Shout out to McDonald's.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So there are our shout outs. Well, folks, I think that's all we got for you today. This has been a good episode.
Mm-hmm. I've had so much fun. I always do, but it's just like it gets better and better.
Yes. As we get more into the groove of how things go, it will start rolling off the tongue a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this was a good episode. So, again, public feedback form is in our links. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. Check the links in the bio in both of those places. And you can find us on YouTube. We're on Spotify. You can find our merch store and the public feedback form. It's in the link in our Facebook and Instagram bio. That's the easiest place to find us and the easiest way to say it, I guess, too.
Yes.
So I don't know. We will catch you guys the next episode.
Yes, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast, and we're excited.
Yep. All right. See y'all.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening.